What's up, y'all? Let's get into what I gotta come on here and give y'all a message. Okay, by the title, maybe this is resonating with you already, but I'm gonna get a little bit more into the details of you came so far. You came so far. You came so far. That was a download I received yesterday. Okay. Um, Whoever I'm speaking to today, and this may resonate, and I want to talk about this. It really has a lot to do, and I had to get on here and talk about it because it was too many signs and synchronicities that were letting me know that the collective and many other people are in this relatable message, and I have to get it out for the people who may be feeling this way and or you're heading in this direction. Now, this is just about working hard for what you want, right? So, a lot of you have been really putting in the work, and you're either already or getting ready to be in a phase in your life where you're going to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Now, if you've been following tarot, if you're not, whether I'm still going to explain it to you a little bit. All right, pentacles are all about earthly matters, right? That's the world, that's energy, that's, time, that is effort, that is anything in the 3D, something you could touch, smell, feel, right? Whatever. What I'm trying to say is a lot of y'all were in the Seven of Pentacles. You could actually still be in the Seven of Pentacles. This is like investing your time, waiting for results. Like you're trying to see you're looking, if you look at the card, y'all, you will notice like a man standing there waiting for some sort of results to pay out, right? And then you go into the Eight of Pentacles where you actually like start mastering your skill. And a lot of y'all are probably either you're in the Seven of Pentacles, right, where you're investing, you're putting the time in, the efforts, and you're waiting to see, okay, like when am I going to get my investment back for something? You could have actually made an investment like in a stock or just in something, time in a job, time in school, whatever you got going on. But then at the Eight of Pentacles, you've mastered it now. Like this is somebody who knows that, this is a skill that they can actually make money from, right? And a lot of y'all have come far because you came from these different stages of the seven. It could have been 7 years you invested in something, 4 to 7 years. And then now you're in the Eight of Pentacles, right? And we're not just talking about outside of you. We're talking about within you. Like you could have been doing something consistently with yourself. Like I'm gonna give y'all an example. Me showing up here on YouTube all the time. It's not just about like, obviously like the numbers aren't not always showing, but I'm not here for numbers and views. But it has built something within me, right? It has built like a different, how could I say this? Like identity. Like it's built me like what I'm built for outside of YouTube, like how I show up at my job or how I show up with other people based off of like all the efforts I put in here, right? So it's showing up in different areas, like my hard work. So anyway, and now you're stepping into like the Eight of Pentacles where now that person has built it. And then right now for a lot of you, when I say coming far, you've came far, you're in that nine, possibly even in your 10 of Pentacles, okay? That Nine of Pentacles is somebody who's really enjoying the fruits of their labor. And I don't want y'all or anyone to feel guilty for accomplishing things and knowing that you have put in the work. Please don't feel guilty or don't get to be feeling guilty, because some of y'all will start feeling guilty because everybody's not doing the work. Let's just talk about that. Like people around you are not going to be doing the work. Here it goes back again. The last channel message I had like this is when I talked about the sun card, which was months ago when I had a dream about the sun and I talked about growth, expansion, right? This message is really for the people who are seeing that growth this year, next year, like, whenever you see it, right? I'm just saying, don't feel guilty for the work that you have put in. And you deserve the stage. Nobody was there with you when you was up late nights, hard work. Like this is literally that statement of you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. Like on your Rick Ross. Like a lot of whoever I'm speaking to, like if you're relating with this, like with this download, this channel message, even if you are coming across this message And it may not be like you like, oh, I'm not, all I'm saying is it's not a coincidence that you're hearing this. It's just letting me know that you are ready for the next stage and you're getting ready to step into something very beautiful. And this is why when we step into the stage of like the Nine of Pentacles, you may not get people who relate to you no more. Where I'm gonna use this as an example. Like it's like what I've noticed is certain let's say content creators, right? You'll see them at a certain level and then you'll watch them and then they start growing. They've been putting the work in. And then they start living another type of lifestyle compared to what they was living like a year ago. And then they'll start feeling like, well, I may not be that more relatable, but it's really because you're growing. That's just really what it is. It's like you putting the work. Of course you're not going to be relatable as much as you used to. It's evolution. That's change. That's transformation. You have transformed. You're in that caterpillar. You was once on the floor and you was in your cocoon. Now you a butterfly. Like, you ain't gonna relate no more to the caterpillar on the floor who's on the floor. They don't ain't gonna relate to you because they haven't gone through the process of transformation, And I hope I'm like y'all are understanding where I'm coming from. But what I kept seeing yesterday, it made me super emotional. So for a lot of you, you may get to a space of when this hits you and you're like look back at your life or you look at your life, you're going to be like, get emotional about it. Because I started crying. I was like, whoa. Like, and all I did yesterday, how this message came to me, like it was so simple, but it was impactful. It was very impactful. Now that's why I knew it was a message from Spirit Light. And it was something that needs for other people to hear because it was just words that I seen and I was like, whoa. And it resonated. And it wasn't just about self, but I know that I don't take myself as somebody who's disconnected from other people. I know that there are people who are actually going through what I'm talking about or will experience what I'm talking about. So I just wanted to come on here and encourage you to keep going, to really enjoy your life. Like we are in a crazy time, but shouldn't take away from the hard work that you've put in, and just get ready to really enjoy yourself. Enjoy the fruits of your labor, really enjoy it. And don't let nobody make you feel bad or make you feel guilty because of the work you've put in yourself. Like not all y'all conversations are going to be the same with people who aren't putting the work in, And I've been reading the book. Y'all need to probably go check that book out. Oh my God, You're a Badass at Making Money. Okay. That's a really good book. And it's funny because I'm at a chapter right now where she's talking about like, watch how people are talking about money around you. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how you know what kind of tribe you're in. Like maybe, money is not an issue for you right now. Like I'm just going to give it an example. Or finding a job is not an issue or whatever it could be. Or getting in a relationship is not, whatever those things is may not be an issue, right? And then you have people who are like, it's so hard. Like, oh, all guys or girls ain't nothing. Or, money is hard. Like, if that's not your reality, please don't agree with it. Stand in your own shoes and be like, well, that's not my, like people have their own concept, but also spend less time with those people who that don't have that same, like your group. And it's not to be like, forget them. It's just that's may not be your clique right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, well, that's not my reality. My reality is a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Different, like if you went to school and you get out of school and you're making good money and somebody who decided not to and they not making good, that may not be your reality. You know what I'm saying? It's just different cliques. I just don't want I want us to understand that you deserve the stage. You came far. You worked for it. All right. So yeah, a lot of y'all are getting ready to be in that Nine of Pentacle energy. Like, okay, you about to be really enjoying the fruits of your labor. If not, I guarantee you, if you came across this message, there is no such thing as a disconnect from any of us. If you heard this message, it was on purpose. It was and you related and you're doing the work and you're like, yes, I'm doing what I gotta do to get to that The universal law has no choice but to react to the choices that you are making. So if you're putting in the work, trust me, you're going to see results. Okay. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys have a great, fantastic week. And I'll be up with some other readings soon. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you're working on. Like, what is it that you're doing and putting work into? Okay. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.